Yo, it's N3 and you're locked into TEEQS On The Beat.
TEEQS On The Beat all the way till 7 p.m. and that was straight fire. That was Weren't All That, Kenzo straight drop. But in the meantime, you know that I've got straight fire for you in the studio. Say hello to the people, N3.
Yo, N3 live on The Beat, 103.6 FM. I'm here.
Oof, what an intro. He was ready.
I was too ready. What you said?
He was ready for when I asked him to come on, to be honest. Didn't even have to ask twice. He said, I'll be there. I first came across N3 though when I was doing up Britland for Bruiser, and I do the backstage interviews, as you all know. And every time I asked an old school legend who they were happy to see and who they're excited to see, it was you.
Yeah, I remember you telling me.
Oh?
I was shocked.
So I had to lock in for that performance, and you were very, very lit. They're all calling you a one to watch now. But when did you clock that people were taking you seriously?
Boy, I feel like people first started taking me seriously when I did Traz Presents. I did a Traz Presents.
Big up Trav one time.
Yeah, every time. For Cruz Leon's set, so big up Cruz as well. He called me through to that. I was 17, cut through, got the quickest free reloads. Next thing you know, everyone was like, oh bro, like this is someone that we need to be paying attention to.
I mean, free reloads in a couple of minutes is crazy.
Quickly, I was gassed. I was so gassed.
Talking of reloads though, you've had reloads, big radio sets, festival stages, but what's been the first proper, this is actually happening, like that moment for you?
Boy, I think the biggest one for me would be Fabric. When I did Fabric, I did
legendary venue.
Did my bait bar at Fabric,
which is
Wallan, the Wallan bar at Fabric, and everybody I even stopped rapping for a second. I just had everyone rap it back to me, and I'm just like, no, I'm here. I'm gassed.
That gave it to you. You were like, I'm made for this.
I'm made, yeah.
I'm made
I was gassed for it still.
But I mean, was there ever a point where you nearly said, I'm just not going to do this anymore?
Yeah, enough times. I feel like it's the same with every artist after a while, because everyone gets like demotivated after a while when things are not popping off, or even writer's block. You can't even think of anything that you want to sort out at the moment. So it's just one of them ones where people are actually just there, sitting there thinking like, I'm actually done. But really and truly what I found is that if you just take a step back for a bit, try and focus on other aspects outside of music or outside of your creative field, then you come back to doing what you're doing, and then you're just vibes in again.
I mean, you said you come all the way from Luton today.
Yeah.
And I mean, we've got to pick up Luton one time, because even though people like to say, it's not London, it's London, you've got people that come out of there like Bex.
Yeah.
And she goes off every time.
She's cold. You've got Bex, you've got who else is that? Nave Smalls, cold as well.
Are they two London legends for you for Luton?
Yeah, 100% they are still, because it's like, especially more with Nave, because like with Nave, I remember seeing Nave when I was younger. My old neighbour used to film his videos back in the day, and showing me the videos. I'm like, that's the park where I grew up, and that's all mental. But it's like with Nave, it's like watching him come from a similar town, well, not even similar, the exact same town,
same place,
that I'm from, and then him going on to do all these big great things. And I'm just like, it can actually happen for someone from Luton. Do you know what I mean? So I've got to pick up Luton every time.
Do you think that your environment influences the way that you put your music out and the way that you are on tracks?
I feel, in a weird way I do, because I feel like when I rap with so much aggression and energy, and I feel like it's because I'm like the underdog, like being from a town where it's like you're trying to make it in the big city, and you're from the little town like down the road. It's like one of them ones. It's like I feel like I've got to shout more to be heard, and I've got to have more of an impact. So I've got to, what can I do to make myself different and more unique and stand out, so that these London lot will take me in. Do you know what I mean?
And they really, really did.
Yeah.
And speaking about like the process, talk me through your creative process. I ask every artist that I have in this, because some people like to have the mandem in the studio, they like to have a shubs, have a little party and get creativity from that. But some people, they need to be completely alone. What's your creative process? I'm
one of them people. I feel like I need to be alone. I can't like when the mandem's in the studio, everyone's there vibes and you should do this or you should do that. No. Obviously, we save the shubs for the shubs. We let the studio's the office, the studio's where we work. So we work in the studio and then we shubs in the dance.
Do you know what? I love that mindset.
Yeah.
Because there's been too many times I've been in the studio and I've been like, nobody's even who's paying for the studio session?
Yeah,
you're paying for a dance.
Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm just in the studio session. I'm just got guys behind me like with a drink. I'm like, yeah, I am pour up. Like, what, bro?
They want to do your ad-libs.
Yeah, let me do it. I'm just looking at you like, you're an idiot, blood. Like, what are you doing?
But But it does give it some energy, and your music has like a raw energy to it. Some people like to say that you're grime. I don't know if I would put you completely in the grime sector, because sometimes when you're skipping on the beat, it's like it doesn't even have to be 140. So technically, would it really be a grime field? What's something that you think is misunderstood about the grime scene in 2026?
I think what's misunderstood about the grime scene in 2026 is that it's not like, we don't have to just be grime now. Do you know what I mean? We can branch out. We can do various different genres. We can experiment. And I feel like a lot of people want to be like, no, like we want to hear the same grime we've been hearing for 20 years and the purists. And I'm like, all right, cool. If that's what you want to hear, then go listen to grime that was made 20 years ago.
There you go.
Do you know what I mean? This is a new time. This is a new generation. It's a new era. Everything's going to be new. So you could either join the wave or go back to, you know what I mean? Stay where you were.
Controversially, I will say, I feel like a lot of the old school legends aren't ready to let their stage go yet. How do you feel about new legends being put on and how it's done? Do you feel like there needs to be more space for the come up?
100%. I feel like some of the legends that I've been working with, they like know how to make space and champion the youngers and champion the youth and make sure that we're cutting through correctly. Some others like more like want to have like the spotlight for themselves and try and do their thing with it. Obviously, I get both sides of the argument, innit? But as a younger coming up, it's one of them ones where it's like, I don't need you to cut through. I'm just gonna kick down the door. 100%. I don't need you to open the door for me anyway. So for me, I feel like I'm not really affected by that because I'm just one of them guys. I'll just pull up to the radio, kick down the door. I don't even know, no one even knows me. I'll go there, say Wallan, like, oh right, it's N3, and then I'll just do my thing. Do you know what I mean? That's
fair, because that was literally how I came to know you. For everybody else being like M3, and I'd seen you on the lineup and been like, oh, his stuff is lit. Like, appreciate that. Done the research, and then when everyone was that excited for the set, I said, no, I need to be excited too because I need to see what everybody that's important in this room, and by important I mean people that are passionate about the scene, not anybody that's on a high level, just people that love the music that much that they pay attention. They're excited to see you, right? But is there a track that you've made or that you performed that you think should have got more attention and traction than it did?
Ooh, that's a dark question, you know. That's a dark question because now I've got to think, all right, cool, what track is not doing the TIG when it really should be? But
not that it's not doing the TIG, just that like, you were like, in comparison, like Wallan everybody loves, right?
Yeah.
But in comparison to that, was there one that you thought was gonna do that and it still does well, but you're like, I thought that was that one?
Do you know what? I don't know. I feel like it's still Wallan, you know, because I feel like people know the Wallan bar more than they know the actual song, and obviously that's not a problem. The Wallan streams are still doing. I'm still happy when I look at the Spotify for artists and look at the numbers. I'm 100%. Like, yeah, like Wallan, you're doing your thing over there. I like what you're doing over there. But it's one of them ones where it's like, with how big the bar is, I'm surprised to see that the streams aren't bigger than what they are right now, but maybe that comes down to me at the end of the day and marketing and promoting my stuff. Do you know what I mean? So I that's kind of my qualms.
I don't know. I mean, speaking of marketing and promotion, I feel like there's a big pressure on artists now that if you want to create music and you want to put stuff out, you also have to be an influencer. Yeah. How do you feel about that?
It's slightly true. I say this to the man all the time. It's one of them ones where it's like, you're not just an artist anymore. You gotta be the content creator. It's not like 20 years ago, like even 10 years ago, where you're out on the road like, bro, get my mixtape. Do you want to hear my mixtape? 5 pound for mixtape. Like, it's not that anymore. No, it's like everything's all online, digital, social now. So it's like we've actually got to be content creators. And one thing I found is that a lot of the artists who are really doing their thing, like their content game is on point. Like for example, like Manga's what he's done with In The Dance.
Manga
was what he done with In The Dance. Like that took over my timeline at one point, and I'm just like, raw, like this is mental. And even like when I got on the remix for it, I'm just looking at it, I'm just like, I'm a part of this now. Like, how was I roped into this? It's sick. It's sick. So big up Manga for that. But yeah, definitely, it's like all in one now. Artist, content creator, influencer, all mashed up into one.
Yeah, it's true. And a lot of people find that their venues that they go into are always asking for promotion anyway, so they need to be on their content game. You've been in a lot of legendary venues already though, as well as stages and radio shows, but is there any legendary venues that you've got your eye on that you're like, I'm still doing that?
Do you know what? The main one is Ministry of Sound. I've done Ministry of Sound before, but then again, I kind of mobbed the set. Do you know what I mean? I kind of mobbed the set. It would be nice to be at Ministry because I was actually called up for Ministry. Do you know what I mean?
Whose set did you mob?
Raw Deeps. No, but you know what? It wasn't even a mobbings like that. Basically, critical story time. It was at Mac 10's Ministry of Sound event.
I think I saw you do that.
I was at Mac 10's Ministry Sound event. I asked Matt for the guest list. I was on the guest list. I was in backstage, but then I tried to get on the stage. Nah, you don't have the right wristband for it. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. So for the guy, I said, Fuds. I'm on the stage. He's like, well, you're not on the stage. All right, cool. Take the wristband. Did it? I got the. So you gave me. So you found me a wristband. I got on the wristband. I missed the main set, but Roll Deep set was afterwards. I'm like, all right, cool. So I'm just strolling. I go in there, and then they're just like. And then next thing you know, I'm on the stage and I'm just there. It's me, Manga, Rochi. I'm just like, how did I get here? And then I see the Birmingham lot. I said, all right, cool. And I was turning into the, all right, cool. So it's not really a mobbins, but it's one of them ones where I had to get my wristband through my like Foods. Big up Foods. But next time security come, you know what I mean?
I mean, technically it sounded like it was his problem and not yours. That doesn't sound like a your fault to me.
Yeah, you get me? Not really.
You just got given the wristband and did your duty.
Do you know what I mean? Listen, I wasn't going to get the wristband and just do what I was doing for the whole of the night. Do you know what I mean? I'm going to go and rap. Do you know what I mean? Had to.
That's what you're there for.
Exactly.
If someone met you before music though, what would surprise them about who you were back then, or something that's still about you now that people are like, rah?
I can't lie. Ooh, that's a good one, you know. I feel like... alright, cool. This is gonna sound weird, but I'm explaining it. I'm gonna say like my like how smart I am, like my intellect. Do you know what I mean? Because I feel like when I'm doing music, people just focus on me making the music, but before music, I mean, I still am now, but before music, like I was a smart guy. Like I still am, but it's like obviously I know random stuff like pi and all them things there. Do you know what I mean?
Okay.
So it's like I got that type of intellect. I was a nerd in school, innit? I was a bit of a nerd in school, but that's what I got, man.
I feel like it's a misconception though, because you've got to be smart to have wordplay.
100%. You have to be smart to have wordplay, or even some sort of like relevant knowledge to have a bit of wordplay. I feel like with me, something about me that people would like be shocked to do me is that to know actually how smart I am, like book smart, instead of just like I'm smart when it comes to putting down a bar.
I mean, they tried to do this to Jeremy, didn't they?
Yeah, see it there.
They tried to do it to him, and he said no. Degree on every single bar.
See it there. I just finished uni.
Congratulations.
You know what I mean? Thank you. Yeah.
What was the degree in?
Digital marketing.
Oh, same.
You see there? Come on.
Love for us. Congratulations on that.
Thank you.
I want to see the marketing into play now.
Yeah, you'll see that. You'll see that immediately.
What's something you've had to sacrifice though for the music game that people just don't see?
Friendships.
In what way?
In a sense of like, some people like would be like, okay, cool. For example, I went to school in Luton, did everything in Luton. As soon as I didn't move to London, but I started going to college in London. So I'm in London 5 days a week, pushing music as well, just building up my career. And I feel like no one will say it to me, but I feel like in Luton, a couple of my friends I went to school with are like, oh, and you kind of turned your back on me, like you don't shout me no more. But the phone works two ways, you know what I'm trying to say? So it's one of them ones where it's like, as you get further in this music thing, one thing that people really don't realize is that like how much your actual personal relationships suffer because of how hard you're trying to achieve your goal and try and do what you're doing. Do you know what I mean? But it's just one of them ones. It's just like it happened, and with me, I'm a very it is what it is person anyway. So it's like if you're like if as my friend you weren't trying to support me when I was trying to do my thing and weren't trying to understand what I was trying to do, then really was you ever meant to be my friend to begin with?
True. What's your star sign?
Aries.
Yep. Makes sense. Very all or nothing people, both fiery people.
Yep, exactly.
Don't be disillusioned by the fact they're an air sign. They're not. They're fire, really and truly. But your fire, you know, your bio talks about real groundwork in an era where everyone wants overnight success. So this comes off of the question that you've just answered where you're talking about the groundwork. But what does groundwork actually look like for you on a day-to-day?
Do you know what? It's just every day trying to get that 1% better. So even just trying to practice the craft. So my groundwork for me is like, I don't need to be doing up radio sets or doing up shows as a part of my groundwork. I could be at home putting on a beat, freestyling, writing lyrics, or even watching something that will like stimulate my mind and try and make me think a certain way about something. So it's just, for me, it's just trying to get that bit better every day. So every day what I try to do, I just try to fling on a random beat on YouTube. I just freestyle off the dome, record it, see what I come up with. So that's me putting in my groundwork. So now I know that when I go on a set or something, and if God forbid I need to freestyle for whatever reason, I know I've got that in my arsenal. Do you know what I mean?
Do you think that being as academic as you are under the belt gave you that kind of drive though, knowing that you have to train a muscle to make it strong? Because academics, obviously, they just tell you memorize and get better by doing it day by day. Do you think you applied that to your music by accident?
Yeah, I feel like subconsciously I definitely did, because it's like, it's not one of the things that I think about. It's like in when it comes to doing these things, it's just like, yeah, practice make the muscle go stronger. But I feel like with this one, it's just one of them ones where it's just like, I'm just doing what I do. This is what I want to do, so this is how I do it. And this is naturally, I'm just gonna get better because I do it a lot. I just practice a lot. Do you know what I mean?
And nobody can deny that, really. The proof's in it. So, is there something that you've changed your mind about since you first started making music as opposed to now?
Change my mind about. I feel like it was the idea of like purism, like just trying to be like what I said earlier, in the sense of like being like just sticking and remaining in one genre, or sticking and remaining in just one thing.
Yeah, not necessarily.
Because it's like, because even before I was doing like all this gram stuff, I was just rapping, just regular, like just 90 BPMs, just trying to be like a Meat Mill or something like that. Do you know what I mean? Just trying to rap like that. But when I started getting into grime, I started like, no, I like this. I'm gonna stick with this. I'm gonna be pure with it. I'm gonna do this and just keep it grime fully. But now I'm just kind of like, but I don't have to do that though. Respectfully to all the grime fans and anyone who listens to me,
always
who likes the grime, like respectively, like I don't need to just be doing grime. I can make a grime song today. I can make a hip hop song tomorrow. I can mess around, make a dancehall tune with the walla in a whole
100%.
next week. Do you know what I mean? Like I could just change because I'm versatile. So it's like, why am I trying to contain myself and contain my versatility? Do you know what I mean?
I 100% agree with that. I'd definitely say that having a lot of artists in the studio and interviewing them, all the way from legends like Political Peak all the way through to new legends like Monzo, I think the biggest thing that I say to people is don't let anybody box you in. Because if something's not working, even if everybody loves it, but it's not working for you and your soul, like your creativity comes from your soul, move it left, do the next thing.
Exactly.
Like you're still going to have an audience either way because somebody will love it. And that's fine. What do you think though about like legends and influences when you're growing up? Who was somebody that cared for you or you cared about, they listened to heavy, that still sticks with you today as an influence?
Do you know what? When I was younger, I wasn't really on the... Actually, no, that's a lie. Why am I lying for? Kendrick Lamar. Kendrick. Kano. P Money. They're the main ones still. The main ones. I tried to do the whole cool. Yeah, no, I didn't really have. I just covered this myself. But who am I lying to, man? Who am I lying to?
Don't come on my show and lie.
Do you know what I mean? Let me just sit. No.
Have some respect.
Of course.
What's a UK artist that people wouldn't expect is on your playlist?
A UK artist?
Actually, no. Any artist they wouldn't expect to be on your playlist.
On my playlist?
In fact, put out your Spotify right now.
Yeah.
What's the last thing that you listened to?
The last thing I was listening to was Reload, Scorcher, Chaos on Cruise.
I literally played that just before you got here.
Big tune.
We love that. Big tune. I want something unexpected. Are you like a heavy metal fan on the low? Do you love jazz? Like,
I'm an old school
R&B. Are you banging out
man.
Aretha Franklin?
I'm an old school R&B man. So if I'm going through my playlist right now, a tune that I've been listening to bears recently. I don't know why, but you see, give me that Chris Brown and Lil Wayne.
Yeah.
Give me that. That's my tune. I don't know what it is.
I'm biased. As much as I hate Chris Brown, anything with Lil Wayne on it, I'm gonna listen to because
fair enough.
I stand him all day long. So I'll give you that one.
Fair enough.
That's fine. In my book, that's okay. If you had to choose between a studio or a live set, what are you picking?
Live set.
Why?
Don't even think about it. Live sets are fun. Live sets is where what you did in the studio comes to life. Do you know what I mean? Because it's like in the studio, it's like, again, how I work in the studio, I work by myself, innit? So it's just me one. So when I'm doing a live set and I'm performing two people and I'm feeding off their energy, they're feeding off mine, it's just sick. I always prefer doing a live set than a studio session, in all honesty.
To be fair, it's rare that I have an artist come in here unless they're like a session singer or like a real vocalist. It's rare that I'll get a rapper or an MC come in here and say studio, if I'm honest. So I hear it. I hear it. What's one beat you've always wanted to spit on? Like you heard it and you thought, I wish that was my tune.
It's weird because it's not grime, you know. You see Chris Brown run it. I don't know what it is. I'm not even that big of a Chris Brown fan like that. But
at this point, when you come out of here and you go home, I want you to go put that on. I want you to freestyle it and upload it, please.
Watch.
I want to see it.
Watch.
I think everybody else is going to want to see it too.
I'm going to do that. I'm going to do it. I'm actually going to do it because I've been leaving like yesterday. I just run the beat and I'm just like, this beat is so cold. Why haven't I done nothing to it?
It is cold.
So
I want to hear a chorus though. Are you going to sing?
yeah, singing. I'll call someone. I'll just make a phone call, be like, yo, I beg you, just lay down the hook for me.
And that is perfect.
Do you know what I mean? Yeah.
At big 19 years old, though, some people would say little. We're old in the studio, and that's fine.
Yeah.
What's the biggest lesson that you've learned?
The biggest lesson I've learned is don't get too comfortable and don't feel entitled to anything. Don't feel entitled to anything. Just because you're cold and people respect your thing, it doesn't mean that you can go and act any certain way to anyone or anything. Do you know what I mean? Just humble up yourself, basically.
That's facts.
Just humble up yourself.
I say to everybody, including friends all the time, don't ever think you're bigger than the program.
Yeah, that's the one. The
moment you think you're bigger than the program will come and done your dance.
Fully.
You're done.
Fully.
That's it.
Fully.
It's over.
Yeah.
If you could go back and speak to younger you, what's some words of advice that you would give him?
Keep going. You're gonna lose friends. That's a part of life, but just keep going. Just keep, like, don't stop, keep going. You're doing everything right. Cause I feel like when I was younger, I didn't know what I wanted to do, and it's just like every move I was making, I was overthinking. So I feel like the biggest thing is just don't overthink, just do the work.
Yeah, that's facts.
Just do the work.
And on the opposite end of the spectrum, 5 years from now, what's one headline you hope people are writing about you? Because I think it hits different when it's in print.
Yeah. Oh, let's see. 2-time Grammy Award winning N3 from Luton comes back and does a big pop-up in his hometown of Luton.
You know what? I'll back that one.
Why not?
I'll back that one. That's going to go out and you're going to have to stand on that.
Yeah.
So you better put the work in.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Yeah.
Chris Brown, run it when you get home. Yeah. Over and over and over and over.
Immediate.
Finish this sentence for me. People think they know me because of my music, but they don't know.
Boy. Say that one more time. That caught me off guard, you know. That caught me off guard.
People think they know me because of my music, but they don't know.
Yeah, the freezing I'm doing right now is mental. People think they know me because of my music, but what they don't know is that, boy, you might know me through, but actually no, what they don't know is that I'm a big old school R&B fan.
Well, we all know now.
Yeah, you all know now. Alright, cool. Damn, I'm slacking on this question, boy. That's the best question I think I've ever been asked, you know. No questions actually fully have me stumped live on the air as well, you know. The beat 103.6 FM.
I thought you couldn't run out of bars.
Don't do that.
Oh.
Don't do that. Don't do that. What I think they don't know about me is that, boy, there's not much to not know. There's not much to know. There's not much to know. There's not much to know. I don't know what you want me. Like,
do you know what? That's fine.
I just make the music, guys. Like, that's all right. I'm just a music guy.
Where's my marketing team? You got your degree. Since you got your degree and you know everything. No, it's fine. It's all right. One more question for you before I get you to freestyle against your will.
Okay. Oh.
What is your life anthem? You walk in a room, say you walk in here, and something plays automatically that everyone can hear. What is that for you?
I'm a boss. I'm a boss.
I love that.
I'm a boss.
Oh, I love that so bad. Yeah. Okay, now choose between That's Not Me and Man Don't Care.
Man Don't Care.
Perfect. We're going to play out the rest of Homegrown by Nipper and Blast. And then that is going to... Oh, why does it say Fiesta? It's not right, is it? No, you're going to have Man Don't Care. It's going to do the same thing. We're going to play out the rest of this song and then we're going to come straight back and M3 is going to have an exclusive freestyle just for you. Thank you for coming on and chopping out with me. I'm sure everybody's really enjoyed that.
Yeah, that was fun.
So what are we saying? Chris Brown and Run It?
Let's go.